Hello and welcome back to Tesla, Me and My Model 3, where I explore all the good, the bad and the ugly of owning a Model 3. Also, please feel free to use my referral, which you can find in the description below, which will give both of us 1,000 miles of free supercharging, and then if you pass on a referral when you get your Tesla, you will get a chance to win a Founders Edition of a Model Y or a Roadster. So this is a continuation from the last video where I got my car wrapped with Expel. It's a little bit run and gun, so excuse the camera wonkiness, a bit like this one actually, wonky. But hopefully it's useful again, and I hope you enjoy it.
That's my brother Ben, yeah.
So, the key is, you can't really.
So they could have just made up they've done it.
All we've done is wash the car and that's it.
Looks shiny, doesn't it?
Yeah. Have you noticed it almost gives the paint of depth?
It does, doesn't it? It looks slightly darker, doesn't it? But I don't know if that's the lighting.
Probably because of the lighting. It shouldn't change the kind of lightness or the darkness of the actual colour.
Right.
But what it does, it gives it depth. Now, we never sell it as an enhancement product because ultimately it's not. It's a protection product. But it's always nice. It's always a nice surprise when someone arrives and actually sees how glossy the film really is. It looks absolutely phenomenal, doesn't it?
It sets off the wheels more as well.
It does, yeah. It kind of makes everything pop more, doesn't it? Yeah, no, it looks really good. So the only real way you can tell it's on there is if you go right on, so wing mirror for instance, you can just about see the edge of the film.
Oh yeah.
That's it. You can more feel it than see it. If you run your finger there, you feel it.
It's just there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously when you go up close to like round here, you can just about see where it's computer cut around there. You know, and obviously as I mentioned, we wrap as many possible edges, so that back edge is wrapped, the front door's wrapped, you know, and it makes it a seamless finish. But obviously around things like the headlights, because obviously we don't remove anything off the car. Again, you can just about feel the edge of the film, and you can see it following it around the contours of the car.
Yeah. It's a really, and it's a really nice, even width all the way along.
Yeah. When you dropped the car off the other day, you remember I was saying one of our key jobs is alignment.
Yeah.
You know, if we get the alignment right and we get no contamination, alignment right, things like that, then you get a seamless install and it looks absolutely fantastic. So the areas that are covered, or should I say the areas that are not covered, because that's easier, is basically all your chrome parts, because obviously they're not painted, so they're not part of the kit. Yeah. Your headlights are done.
Oh, the headlights are done?
Yeah, they're covered. Yep, completely covered. Your daytime running lights are covered. Again, you can just about see the edge of the film, the way it goes around the parking sensors, and then it wraps in there. Pretty impressive.
It is, you can't tell.
You cannot tell.
No.
And you'll notice how easy it is to wash the car. You know, it's
Oh really? It makes a difference on the washing?
massively, yeah. Because dirt doesn't stick to it as much. You know, because it is, and it's so easy, and you can almost just not be too concerned. Although you don't really get it with this kind of coloured car, but certainly darker coloured cars, when you wash them, you know, you kind of, it only takes a tiny bit of grit in your sponge or something like that, and you carry on washing.
Yeah, I've got those buckets, you know, the gritless buckets.
Guards
Yeah,
at the
I
bottom,
bought one of them,
like
so you
that.
can
Yeah,
just,
that's what we do.
hopefully that helps.
Yeah, we wash with a 2-bucket method.
Yeah.
We use grit guards at the bottom, all things, and we snow foam them. As far as you looking after the car now, pretend it's not even there. Wash the car as normal, jet wash it as normal, snow foam it, anything. Just don't polish it because you don't need to.
Right,
You know,
okay.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
So you literally just dry it with a drying cloth.
Yeah.
Get yourself a good drying cloth as well. I don't know what you use at the moment. Do you use microfiber cloths or?
I got it was some Halfords. I don't know.
That's all right. No, not bad.
It was quite. I think it was like 12 quid or something like that.
Quite
so-
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Right,
So give it a
okay.
thorough wash, dry it with the towel, and leave it. Or if you get one of those water filters, you don't even have to dry it. So the difference is now, if you get swirl marks in the film, the difference is because it's self-healing, just leave it parked out in the sun, and it just literally heals itself. It's absolutely fantastic. I can attack your car with a wire brush, not that I will. Wire brush, look like I've put scratches all over it, marks all over it, blow it with a hot air gun just to accelerate the healing process, and it literally just heals in front of your eyes.
Wow.
It is phenomenal. Yeah,
So, I mean, it is worth the money, I think,
Oh, God,
just because
yeah.
the amount of time you save, as well as the fact
Absolutely.
that
The time you save, you know, you're not going to get stone chips, you're not going to get minor scuffs. If someone was to key your car, yeah, they could damage the film, but the key is they're not going to go through the film to the paint.
Yeah.
You know, so rather than losing your car for 2 weeks because it has to visit a body shop and you have to go through insurance and all stuff like this, you say, Tom, someone's keyed my car, you bring it in. So let's say the door was done, we take the film off, put a new piece on.
there is a lot of keying, isn't there, on sort of expensive cars to get.
It's a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
You know, it is, massively. You know, so you are protected about. Bird mess is always the good one, because bird mess obviously absolutely annihilates paint.
Yeah.
Absolutely annihilates, especially on a hot day.
Do you know what? The first day I got the car, it was like they knew it, and they just like, it was a massive.
It's because it's shiny.
Right.
So they think it's water. That's why birds mess on shiny cars. Yeah. Apparently.
I didn't know that.
Not
That's
that
really
a bird has
interesting.
personally told me that, but yeah. So apparently that's why, because normally birds do their mess over water, and they think it's because it's reflective.
Oh, I see.
That's why you get. That's why as soon as you wash your car and it looks super shiny, and then the bird does a crap on it. The difference is now is you could get bird mess etching into the film, but again it was self-heal. Yeah, exactly. So I had before I bought my M3, I had an RS3 Audi before, and this was last year when we had the really hot weather, like 38 degrees. Anyway, a bird had done. It looked like a dinosaur actually. Bird mess about that big on the bonnet, and I purposely left it on there because obviously I had film on it. I left it on there for a week. Just to see what happened. Right. I had to get an ice scraper to get it off. That's how eaten in it. And it looked like it had really, really kind of damaged the film. And I thought, fair enough. I tried it, pulled off the film, put a new piece on. Left it a week or so, completely disappeared. Completely. It was really impressive.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a fantastic product. It really is.
So when it's self-heal, does it get thinner when it's?
No, it doesn't get thinner. No, basically the first 5%. How the film's manufactured is various layers of different kind of products or whatever they use to actually manufacture the film. And it's basically the first 5% is self-healing. So as long as nothing penetrates that first 5% of the top coat, then it will self-heal. So, you know, minor scratch. Simple things like you walk past, someone's got a handbag and they scratch your car. Things like
Supermarkets,
exactly.
the worst place, aren't they?
Definitely.
Yeah.
As I said, I didn't really find anything on your car that I needed to kind of hold fire. We clay barred it. We decontamination washed it. What Teslas are quite famous for, and you won't really notice it to be honest, sometimes they have little dirt nibs in the paint. Now there's nothing we can do about it, there's nothing the body shop can do about it. Basically it's when the car's sprayed, there's a tiny bit of dirt actually in the paint. See the little dot?
Oh, I saw that in the light as I caught it.
Yeah. So that's actually a dirt nib in your paint. Now the problem we have is we lay the film over and it amplifies it, bumps it up. So it amplifies that issue. All cars get them, even a £400,000 Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That's got more on that than on this.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good thing then. So they obviously have improved their manufacturing. On the Teslas.
I mean, Tesla. They're renowned for very thin paint, and they are very thin. I don't know if it's a cost-saving thing or a weight-saving thing.
I used to have a Subaru Impreza,
right?
And that was terrible.
Was it?
Yeah. I had after a year, I had like those little chips in there.
Yeah,
that's why I thought, well, get this, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah. No, it's worth doing. You know, it's a good one to show how accurate the computer cutting and outlining up is like the badge, for instance. You see the way the film's cut around the badge.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, the only thing we removed on your car is literally front number plate, rear number plate, and that's it. That's all it's removed.
I can't even see it. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. If you've got an angle, you can just see it.
Wing mirrors are done in two pieces. You've got the main cap and then that piece. So believe it or not, there is a join in the film down there.
Right down the centre bit.
Down the seat.
I suppose you want to get it where the specular hits the most. So as in
it's less obvious there than anywhere else. If you do it on a flat area, then the join's more obvious. If you do it on a curve, the way the light reflects it, you can never see it. Exactly.
It's part of the light.
Obviously, your A pillars are covered as well. So yeah, it's a real extensive coverage. You know,
and does it? Yeah. So So the only bits that aren't protected basically are the bits within the edges there, like where
so obviously it's wrapped in. So for instance, this wing is wrapped all the way here, and then let's see if I can get my phone light, so you get a better idea. Can you see the way the film comes up and then comes along? You can't hardly see it.
Just about.
But you can see the edge of the film there. So that's our key, that alignment. That has to be, for us, that has to be absolutely spot on. You know, you could fit this film. You could fit this film and it could be a wobbly line or it could be up there. You know, I'm quite perfectionist when it comes to alignment. I want it absolutely close as possible to the edge. Yeah, absolutely, because it looks like a seamless finish then.
And also, like you say, because it's all computer cut.
Yeah.
In the old days, I guess. Well, I suppose they still even then had it. Like, I suppose in the really old, but they'd be using knives and things like that.
Yeah. We used to call it bulk fitting, where you literally get a bulk piece of material, a bit like vinyl wrapping, and you'd wrap it and then you'd cut on the paint. And how we used to test what kind of level we could push the blade without cutting the paint is what we used to do is blow up a balloon, wrap the balloon in PPF, cut the PPF without bursting the balloon.
Wow.
And tear the, yeah.
It's like ninja skill.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So we know what kind of pressure, and normally it's just the weight of the blade. Your car, for instance, because it's a very well designed kit, we haven't touched a Stanley knife on this car. So, you know, but in the olden days, that's what we used to do. Yeah, there's a joint at the back there, that's the way the boot is designed. You see the joint in the film there. Little things like this, these are still drying out. I only did the boot lid literally just as I rang you earlier.
Oh, really?
So you see little water pockets like that, don't be concerned with those. It's still settling, it's still drying out.
Tighten up a bit more,
absolutely,
right?
Yeah. That line's always going to be there. That's just the way they're designed the kit. Yeah. Obviously, the boot lid needs to meet each other. With the spoiler there was no way of meeting apart from having a joint in the film there. But again, we keep that really tight.
Is it different for the performance one to the...
Yeah, because they haven't got the rear spoiler. But actually, you're better with the rear spoiler because otherwise you end up with a joint all the way along.
Yeah.
So basically, it's always done in 2 pieces.
So everyone should get a performance one if they want to get a
spoiler.
Right. Yeah. No, it looks...
I mean, it's great. Like you say, it's just that, it gives that slight thicker sort of like look to it. Well, I suppose it would be like that. If it was coloured,
like if say you wanted a matte finish or something like that, is that a lot more than the clear, or is it?
No, it's exactly the same because we install it exactly the same way. All we do is run the satin material through the cutting machine instead of the gloss.
Right.
So my car, for instance, the M3. That's not a vinyl wrap, that's the original colour of the car. It's glossy underneath, and all I've done is put a satin paint protection film.
Oh, that's really cool actually.
Yeah.
Almost like a tint. Oh, no, I'll tell you what that tint is. That's off of the paint.
Probably off there.
Yeah. I thought it's got like a
If you go
pearlescent.
close to it, you can see. I mean, this was done a year ago. There you go. You can see the gloss. See the glossy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just got the same product as your car, but in a satin finish.
Right.
Okay, so I've got the car back. I've just had a quick look over, so let's just have a look how the seams on the wrap work. So for example, on the door handle here you can see, well I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a sort of couple of millimeters maybe around, just around the door handle there. But for the door edges, if I open up, it actually wraps around into here. Stops about, I can feel my fingernail here, stops about there, and that follows all the way along there, all the way to that edge. So yeah, again, I can see my fingernail there, it's kind of just along that edge there, all the way up, and then it meets on this corner here, and then I guess just tucked in quite nicely in there, and it comes along and wraps. Yeah, it actually wraps in here. It's actually wrapped on the inside there. So it's not on the edge here. It's on the inside here. So there's a corner bit up there, and it wraps in. Now, another issue. I've got some condensation in my glass on this one back light. But that's a different video. So here you can just see just a slight seam where it meets the spoiler. So it comes along, and then you have a slight, you see that seam? Yeah, you can just see it there. That's probably the worst or most visible seam. On the badge, it's a very tidy, you can just see it there, goes around probably about 2-3 millimeters out from the badge, probably 2 millimeters actually. Seam is about here, so it wraps in and is hidden on the trim there. And on sort of, I guess these sort of seams where they can't open up doors or anything like that, it sits again probably a millimeter out from the actual seam line. Don't know if you can see it on the light there. Dual motor badge, it's just along here and then comes along down the bottom. It's roughly about 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters around the edges of things, but you just don't, I mean you can see it if you look for it, but you don't really notice it. So overall I'm really pleased with it. Like I said, there's a few seams you can see, but I think for me the money is worth it because it gives me peace of mind when I'm driving on things like the motorway and you just don't have to worry about stone chips anymore. So I hope this video was of some use to you guys. If it was, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. Also feel free to click on my referral code below, which will give us both 1,000 miles of free supercharging. And then once you get your Tesla, if you get a referral, you'll get a chance to win a Model Y or a Roadster. Until next time, bye for now.